Hello students, welcome back to my online class. Myself Prem Prakash Shukla, your mathematics teacher from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, which is situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Dear students, today we are going to solve exercise 2.1 from question number 4. Because on previous day we solved the exercise up to question number 3, that is 1, 2 and 3. And today we will start solving it from question number 4. And in question number 4 our question is write true or false. If false, correct the statement. What we have to do? We have to write true or false. If the statement is true, then we have to write true, and if the statement is false, then we have to write false and we have to correct the statement also. So now we take question number 1 of question number 4. In first number, the statement is given: if two whole numbers are added, the sum may or may not be a whole number. We all know in closure property it is said that if we add two whole numbers, the result is always a whole number. That means the sum is always a whole number. So this statement is false, because in the statement it is written that if two whole numbers are added, the sum may or may not be a whole number. No, the sum is always a whole number. When we add two whole numbers, the sum is always a whole number. This is our closure property. So we have to write false. And how we correct the statement? Now we correct the statement in this way. We have to write the correct statement like this: if two whole numbers are added, the sum is always a whole number. In this way we have to write the statement: if two whole numbers are added, the sum is always a whole number, because it is the closure property of addition. In closure property of addition, we say that when we add two whole numbers, the result is always whole number. So that's why what we have to do, we have to write false and we have to write the correct statement. Now we come to question number 2. In question number 2, the question is 0 is the identity element for addition. Yes, right. 0 is the identity element for the addition. Yes, right. We have to write true. Write true. Now, question number 3. The sum of any two odd numbers is always even. Yes, right. When we add any two odd numbers, the sum is always even. Just take an example: odd number 5 and odd number 7. When we add both, we get 12. 12 is an even number. So this statement is also true. That means when we add two odd numbers, the result is always even. Now, question number 4. If we change the order in which 4 numbers are added, the sum changes. No, it is false. If we change the order in which the 4 numbers are added, if we change the order, just like you see in example, just like 2, 3, 4 and 5. Just when we add these 4 numbers, we get 2 plus 3, 5. Plus 4, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. 14, the answer is 14. Now if we change the order, that means 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4. Now you see 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 4, 14. Again we change the order, that is 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. That means 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. So that means if we change the order in which 4 numbers are added, the sum changes. No, the sum does not changes. You see the result? The result is always same. That means this statement is false. We have to write false. And how we correct the statement? We have to write: if we change the order in which 4 numbers are added, the sum is always same. This is our correct statement. Now we come to question number 5, our last question of true false. Now question number 5. The associative property of addition states that in whatever order we add two whole numbers, the sum always remains the same. No, this is false. This statement is wrong because the associative property does not state this statement. This statement is stated by commutative property. In commutative property of addition, in whatever order we add two whole numbers, the sum always remains the same. This is our commutative property. That's why this statement is also false. Because associative property does not state the statement. This statement is followed by commutative property. In commutative property, we say in whatever order we add two whole numbers, the sum always remains the same. This is our commutative property of addition. So in question it is given that this is associative property of addition. No, it is not associative property of addition. It is false. That's why we have to write false. And we have to, how we have to correct the statement? We have to write the commutative property of addition states that in whatever order we add two whole numbers, the sum always remains the same. In this way we can correct the statement. So in this way our question number 4 is complete. So I think it is clear to you all. Okay, now we come to question number 5. In question number 5 you see, find the missing digit in this addition sum. Two addition sum are given and some digits are missing here, in which the digit in the same is in each blank for each sum. We have to use the same digit in each blank for each sum to get the right answer. So for that, in question number 1 we have to use 6. When we use 6, we get all the answers right. Just put 6 on the blanks and now check. Now you see. Okay, you see. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 6, 14. 15, 16. 6. 1 is carried here. Now 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 6, 19. 19, 20, 21, 22. 2 is here and 2 is carried. Now 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 7, 17. Sorry, here is 6. So 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 7, 19. 9 is here and 1 is carried here. That is 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 6, 16. Now you see, when we put 6 in all the blank spaces, we get the sum right. Okay, right, we get the right answer. Now in 2 number we have to use the digit 2. Put 2 in all the blank spaces. 2. When we put 2 in all, we have to use same digit, so we have to write 2 in all the blank spaces. And now add it, that is 5 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 is here, 1 is carried here. That is 8 plus 1, 9 plus 5, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 4 is here, 2 is carried here. That is 2 plus 2, 4. Plus 2, 6. Plus 1, 7, 8, 9. 9 is here. Nothing is to be carried. And 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 8, 17. 17 plus 4, 21. So in this way you see, by putting 2 in all the missing digits on the blanks, on the each blanks, in question number 2 the missing digit is 2. And what we have to do when the digit is same in each blank for the sum? We have to use same digit. That is, in question number 2 we used 2 and we got the right answer, and in question number 1 we used 6 and we got the right answer. So in this way we have to solve question number 5. Okay, now we come to question number 6. In question number 6 the question is write any two digit odd numbers. We have to write any two digit odd numbers and add them. We have to add them and we have to check is the sum odd or even. We know that when we add two odd numbers we get the result as even, because odd number plus odd number equals to even number. The result is always even. When we add two odd numbers the result is always even. So first of all take two digit odd numbers. Solution: two digit odd numbers, that is they are let's take two odd numbers. They are 13 and 15. Let's take 13 and 15. These two are two digit, two digit. They both are odd numbers. We all know odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2. Now what we have to do? Add them. Now sum. Now therefore sum equals to 13 plus 15. When we add both of them we get 5 plus 3 8, 1 plus 1 2, and we get the result 28. We all know 28 is even number, because it is completely divisible by 2. So our answer is the sum is 28, which is even number. So in this way we can say when we add two odd numbers the result is always even number. Okay, now we come to question. Okay, now question number 7. In question number 7 the question is write any three digit even number and find their difference. Difference means we have to subtract it. Is the answer odd or even? Then we have to check if the answer is odd or the answer is even. So first of all we have to write three digit even numbers, that is, so they are 114 and 102. So these two are, you see, 1 2 3 digit, 1 2 3 digit. Okay, 3 digit, 2 3 digit even number. These are 2 3 digit even number. And what we have to do and find the difference. Now therefore difference. Now difference equals to 114 subtracted 102 subtracted from 114. Now when we subtract we get answer as 12. And 12 is divisible by 2. That means the number that are divisible by 2 are even number. That means the result is always the answer is even. So in this way we can write answer. The answer is 12, which is even number. So in this way we can take any three digit even number and we have to subtract and we get the result as even number. So I think this question number 6 and 7 is clear to you all. Okay. Okay, now we come to question number 8. In question number 8, you see the question is already mentioned on the blackboard. Add each of the following and check the answer by adding them again in a different order. First we have to add these three numbers in one order. Then we have to again add the numbers by using different order. And we have to check if the answer is same or different. just add. So first of all, we group these two in one bracket, that is 42061 plus 398. Put both of them, group both of them in one bracket and write the number outside of it. And first add these two, that is 9 plus 8 plus 1, that is 9. 9 plus 6, 15, and 3 plus 0, 3 plus 1, 4, and 4, 2. So by adding both these, we get the answer 42,459 plus 4,52,786. So now 9 plus 6, 15, 1 is carried. 8 plus 5, 13 plus 1, 14, 1 is carried. 7 plus 4, 11, plus 1, 12, 1 is carried. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5, and 5 plus 4, 9, and 4. So our final answer is 4,95,245. Now what we have to do, we have to arrange this number in different order, and we have to check if the answer is same or different. Now 42,61 plus 398 plus 4,52,786. Now what we have to do, now we group these two in one bracket, that means 42061 plus 398 plus 4,52,786. So in this way, first of all we have to add these two both, then the answer comes, and then we add this to the answer. So now 42061 plus, now 8 plus 6, 14, 8 plus 6, 14, 8 plus 9, 17 plus 1, 18, and 7 plus 3, 10 plus 1, 11, and 2 plus 1, 3, and 5 and 4. So we get answer, that is 4,53,184. Now add these two, 42,061, and we get the answer, that is 4 plus 1, 5, and 8 plus 6, 14. 1 is carried, 1 plus 1, 2, then 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, and 4. Now again you see the answer is 4,95,245. So in whatever order we add two or more whole numbers, the result is always same. You see, the result is always same. In both the addition, you see, in this one and in this one, the order is different in both the addition, but the result is same. So in this way, when we add the given number in different order, we also get the result same. So in this way, question number 2 is also given in question number 8, that you complete yourself by this trick, okay, by using the process. Now we come to question number 9. In question number 9, the question is find the answer using the most convenient arrangement. We have to arrange these three whole numbers in most convenient way to get the answer easily. So what we have to do, we have 1, 2, 3 whole numbers. So we have to group this first and 3 in one bracket, that is 1207 plus 4793 plus 301. This will be the most convenient manner. Now 7 plus 3, 10. 1 is carried, 9 plus 1, 10. Again 7 plus 2, 9 plus 1, 10. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6. 6000 plus 301. Now our answer is 6301. So in this way, by arranging the whole numbers in most convenient manner, we can find the answers easily. Now in this way, you can complete question number 2 of question number 9 also by arranging it in most convenient way. So in this way, I hope all the questions explained here and solved are clear to you all. So thanks for watching the video and listening to the solutions. Now practice this all in your PC copy in a proper way of exercise 2.1 in good handwriting. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.